sports fans, happy Monday. We've got updates from the NBA, including a couple of marquee matchups in the Western Conference, plus in UAAP volleyball, the undefeated FEU Tamaraos check, and the NU Lady Bulldogs pick up where they left off as the second round of elimination games begins.
And it is just one huge win after another for tennis star Alex Ayala. This time she beats reigning Australian Open champion Madison Keys in Miami.
Giant slayer Alex Ayala.
Love to see it.
I'm Andre Felix.
And I'm Cheska Litton-Calao.
And here's tonight's play-by-play.
Ramiro, the show by Mamoy League. Puts it out. Unbelievable. Gemma on the left side. Rejecting Esteban for the
The Denver Nuggets fire a blue arrow to end the Houston Rockets win streak at 9 games. Jamal Murray exploded for 39 points in Mile High City's 116-111 road win in H-Town. Murray scored 17 of his game-high output in the third quarter as the Nuggets outscored Rockets 39-22. The Nuggets tried to fight back from 17 points down in the final period, but ultimately came up short. Our kababayan Jalen Green tried to carry the load for Houston, dropping a 30-piece in a losing effort. Denver was still without Nikola Jokic due to a left ankle impingement. The Nuggets are third in the West with 45 wins and 27 losses. The Rockets, meanwhile, are just a game ahead of them, sitting at second place in the conference. Here's what Murray had to say after the match.
I mean, it can't be pretty every time for the watchers. You know, we got to go in there and do a job, and we have guys out. We got to come play hard. You know what I'm saying? So we came with a little desperation today, and we're just, you know, kind of control the game for most of the game, and we really locked in when we needed to. So it was a good end to the road trip. It was a great team win. You know, everybody did their job. Everyone was just in a good mindset coming in tonight. So we really wanted to get this win, and we know that, you know, playoffs coming up, we got to create some good habits, and we got the Portland game out of our minds now, so on to the next.
Another thriller in the Wild Wild West with the Oklahoma City Thunder prevailing over the Los Angeles Clippers. The lead went back and forth all game long as both teams traded runs. But OKC had a little more left in the tank down the stretch to claim a 103-101 victory. In the dying seconds, Alex Caruso forced a Kawhi Leonard miss, which led to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's game-clinching free throws. Despite a subpar 24% shooting clip, SGA still finished with a team-high 26 points to go with 8 assists. Kawhi top scored for the Clips with 25 markers in a losing cause. OKC managed to overcome the absence of Chet Holmgren and Jalen Williams, who are both dealing with hip injuries. The Thunder have won 6 in a row, and they continue to dominate the West and the overall standings with 59 wins and 12 losses. The Clippers are 8th in the conference with 40 victories and 31 defeats.
From the best of the West, we move to the Kings of the East as the Cleveland Cavaliers regain their winning form against the Utah Jazz. The Cavs finally catching a break here after losing 4 in a row, silencing the Jazz with a dominant 120-91 dub. Cleveland broke the game wide open with a 15-0 blast to open the third. In the end, the Land outscored Utah in the paint 60-30, as well as in the open lanes with a 22-9 edge in fast break points. Jarrett Allen led the way here with 18 points, while All-Star guard Donovan Mitchell added 16 markers. Jazz forward Kyle Filipowski had 18 points of his own in the loss. The Cavaliers are atop the East with 57 wins and 14 losses. Meanwhile, the Jazz stay at the bottom of the West, having only 16 victories against 56 setbacks.
Speaking of ending skids, after 10 losses in a row, the Miami Heat finally score another win. The Heat erased a 12-point second quarter deficit in no time and dominated the rest of the game to beat the Charlotte Hornets 122-105. Andrew Wiggins went off for 42 points, including 6 triples, as South Beach ended its longest losing skid since the 2007-2008 season. Wiggins came 5 points shy of tying his career high, but had the best scoring game by any Heat player this season. The Heat are holding on to the final spot in the East play-in with 30 wins and 41 losses. The Hornets are still cellar dwellers in the conference with just 18 victories against 53 defeats. In his walk-off interview, Wiggins spoke about his explosive outing and facing his former team, the Golden State Warriors, on Wednesday. Miami acquired Wiggins from Golden State as part of the Jimmy Butler deal during last month's trade deadline.
Just getting comfortable, being aggressive, and I got a hell of a team here. Helps get me involved, making me comfortable on the court. So it's all being connected with the team.
Well, now you guys got a big one on Tuesday. A familiar face coming to town for a lot of these Heat fans, a familiar team for you in the Golden State Warriors. So what do you guys carry from this game into the next one and moving forward to keep things trending in the right direction?
Just how we played that second half. That second quarter on. We got to keep going, keep that up. You don't let up, and, we'll be all right.
8 more NBA teams hit the floor tonight. Let's do a rundown of the results. The Detroit Pistons spoiled C.J. McCollum's 40-point night by beating the New Orleans Pelicans 136-130. Meanwhile, Jason Tatum flirting with a triple-double in a Boston Celtics 129-116 victory over the Portland Trailblazers. And Devin Vassell stars again as the San Antonio Spurs rout the slumping Toronto Raptors 123-89. And lastly, Trae Young's 28 points and 12 assists helped the Atlanta Hawks glide past the Philadelphia 76ers 132-119. Coming up here on the show, PBA superstar Scotty Thompson gets praised for his latest performance. Find out what Barangay in San Miguel head coach Tim Cohn had to say after Game 5 of the PBA Commissioner's Cup Finals. Play-by-play, we'll be right back. Stay tuned, only here to One News.
This is a great partnership, in any sporting event. Kung walang media, kung walang organizer, kung wala yung NSA, Phil Cycling, kung wala yung Philippine Olympic Committee, kung walang corporate sponsor like Metro Pacific Tollways, mahirap yan. So ang importante, we all believe the Tour of Luzon is a great event. Talagang gusto ng Pilipino, mahal ng Pilipino. And then let's put all our resources together, our skill in organizing, so that every year we can do this, the great revival of the Tour of Luzon.
This was everybody's dream, that this great revival.
Matagal nang inaantay ng mga tao to. Bata pa tayo noon, sikat na sikat to eh. And na-revive naman nung huli, nung Air 21 with the support of MPTs. Every year na yan.
Ini-invite ko yung mga kapwa ko na executives. Of course, I'm gonna join, di ba?
Nakaka-amaze na nung inumpisahan namin to, hindi man kami nag-i-invite, sila ang lumalapit sa amin. Including yung mga sa logistics, sa mga hotel, sa mga prices, sa jerseys, pati yung sa pag-organize, yung mga sa LGUs. Kasi kung wala yung mga partners na yan, hindi namin to mabubuo, hindi namin to matatapos. April 23, actually ang start nito dahil may opening ceremony tayo. Tapos April 24, yung race mismo hanggang May 1.
This will not be possible without the dedication of the organizer, the Metro Pacific Tollways Corporation, Landco Pacific, Duckworld PH, Signal TV, and many others who work tirelessly to bring back the iconic Tour of Luzon.
We want to be part of history. Number 2, Baguio is always part of the Tour of Luzon. And number 3, the gem of Baguio, and of course the north, is Camp Janhay. That's why kailangan part ng Camp Janhay ang dito sa ganitong activity.
Napaka-importante kasi to us, yung cycling represents a lot more than just the cycling, di ba? I spoke about wellness. I spoke about tourism. The community, that's who we are in MPTC. We build communities, not only roads. So that's very important to showcase what we have. Ang balik ng Tour of Northern Luzon, susunod na yung Tour of Luzon, susunod na yung Tour of the Philippines. So panoorin ninyo, enjoy every moment of it. Kasi like in any other sports, you don't watch the game only or stay and see the auditorium. You see the countryside. So every journey, every pedal, the countryside is part of it. So manood kayo. Thank you.
And we're back. Thank you for joining us here on Play by Play only on One News. Barangay Ginebra San Miguel head coach Tim Cohn credits Scotty Thompson's inspiring performance for their Game 5 win in the PBA Commissioner's Cup Finals. Ginebra beat the TNT Tropang Giga 73-66 to move within a victory away from the championship. Coach Tim admits the team was not playing to their standards in the first half, and Justin Brownlee's early struggles didn't help. Scotty was the spark plug Ginebra needed. He was all over the place, especially in the grind out fourth period, where he had 6 points, 4 rebounds, 2 steals, and a block. All in all, the do-it-all former MVP had 16 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 assists. Brownlee also fouled his groove late, scoring 16 of his 18 markers in the second half, including the last 4 points that iced the game. Here's Coach Tim talking about the win and Scotty's invaluable impact that goes beyond the stat sheet.
I think we all knew from our side that Justin was struggling a little bit more with his hand today than he was in the last game. And so I think everybody had to learn how to step up. And even though Justin made some big shots down the stretch, it was really, the inspiration of Scotty that really turned the tide for us. We knew at halftime we'd have to step it up and play at a higher gear to have a chance. And really, there's just so much that Scotty does. And I'd say this even if you weren't here, Scotty. I mean, I'd still say this. But there's just so much that Scotty does that doesn't show up on the scorecard or the points, the rebounds. He gets those stuff, but his impact is so much greater than that. And you can see that, I think, more today than just about any time, that he just inspired the whole team. That Kalawit rebound he had was amazing at a time when we weren't getting rebounds. And then the shots down the stretch, getting the ball to the right people. was a brilliant, brilliant game by Scotty, especially the second half.
Moving on to volleyball, the Crisscross King Crunchers extend their unbeaten run to start the single round-robin semifinals of the Spikers Turf Open Conference. The King Crunchers scored their 11th straight win, sweeping the Savoj Spin Doctors 25-22, 25-18, and 25-18. Reigning MVP Jude Garcia led the way with 12 markers. Mark Espejo also made his Spikers Turf comeback after his stint with Kubota Spears in the Japan V-League. Espejo tallied 5 points in limited minutes. Meantime, the defending champions, the Signal HD Spikers, cruised past the VNS Lady Creek Griffins 25-13, 25-16, and 25-15. Luis Ramirez tallied 13 points while also contributing 6 excellent receptions.
More volleyball, this time in the UAAP, as round 2 of the men's volleyball tournament is now underway. Find out who scored wins over the weekend in this report.
Not a good pass from Talisayan.
Still unbeaten and showing no signs of slowing down, the FEU Tamaraos continue to dominate the UAAP Season 87 men's volleyball tournament, kicking off the second round with a sweep of the UST Golden Spikers, 26-24, 25-23, and 25-19. Ariel Cacao was at the heart of FEU's efficient offense, tossing up 28 excellent sets, keeping the Tams in control throughout the match. FEU is now 8-0 for the season, while UST drops its third straight match, falling to 5th place with a 4-4 win-loss record.
Wag namin hintayin na matalo kami bago kami mag-grind pa. Kaya sinasabi ko sa kanila every training na ibigay natin yung 100% natin sa training kasi ayun talaga yung magdidikta ng ilalaro namin sa actual game.
Meantime, the DLSU Green Spikers stunned the defending champions and 5-peat-seeking NU Bulldogs in 4 sets, 25-22, 25-27, 25-21, and 25-17. Setter Echo Adahar masterfully orchestrated LaSalle's attack with 29 excellent sets while chipping in 5 points of his own. Noel Campton also erupted for 25 markers, while Vince Maglinaw had a double-double of 20 points and 17 excellent receptions. LaSalle improves its record to 5-3, while NU slips to 6-2, still second behind FEU.
Itong NU game naman namin, sabi namin kung kaya naman pala namin mag-play na ganun na ng standard sa FEU, why not try namin sa NU baka sakali na ayun manalo kami. So ayun, hindi ko talaga expect mananalo kami ngayon kasi defending champion yan eh.
As for the Ateneo Blue Eagles, they opened the second round by sweeping the UP Fighting Maroons 25-16, 25-18, and 25-21. Amil Pasino delivered 17 points, including 12 attacks, 3 aces, and 2 blocks. MVP leader Ken Batas chipped in 14 markers. Ateneo likewise improves to 5-3 to give its Final Four hopes a boost, while UP drops to 2-6. And lastly, the Adamson Soaring Falcons prevailed in a grueling 5-set battle against the UE Red Warriors, 25-21, 23-25, 20-25, 25-17, and 15-12. Mark Leo Ogimbal top scored for the Falcons with 17 points, while Axel DeFeo tried to carry the Warriors with a game-high 22 markers in a losing cause. This is just the second victory of the season for Adamson. UE remains winless at 0-8. We've got more volleyball, the UAP women's volleyball games after the break. Which teams scored wins to start the second round? We'll find out when play-by-play returns only here on One News.
Welcome back. You're watching Play-by-Play on One News. An exciting weekend at the Mall of Asia Arena to begin the second round of elimination games in the UAAP Season 87 Women's Volleyball Tournament. Here's a recap of all the results.
It may be the start of a new round, but the undefeated NU Lady Bulldogs are still barking. The defending champions stay perfect for the season after taking down the DLSU Lady Spikers in 4 sets, 25-19, 22-25, 25-20, and 25-18. The match was an absolute swag fest, especially in the third set, with stars like Bella Belen, Angel Canino, and Amy Provido trading stare downs and celebrations. But in the end, Belen and the Lady Bulldogs had the last laugh, with the MVP frontrunner finishing with another all-around game. Belen tallied 23 points and 17 excellent receptions to lead NU to its 8th straight win. DLSU slips to 5 wins and 3 losses for third place in the standings.
Alam namin, pagdating nga ng second round, hindi magiging madali lahat ng games namin. Kasi every win, parang mahalaga na sa bawat team. So kami naman, tinatrabaho lang namin kung ano yung mga dapat namin trabahuin pa.
Meanwhile, the FEU Lady Tamaraws pulled off a season sweep over the UST Golden Tigresses by winning their second round match in 4 sets, 25-22, 26-24, 17-25, and 26-24. This is FEU's first head-to-head sweep against UST since season 80 in 2018. Jerzel Petalio came up big for the Lady Tamaraws, delivering 12 points, 15 excellent digs, and 7 excellent receptions. FEU improves to 5-3, tying UST and LaSalle.
Paninindigan po namin yung sinabi kong contender. Kasi talagang malaki na po yung in-improve ng team from before. So, paninindigan lang po namin yung lahat ng ginawa namin na effort and the next game na ulit.
The Ateneo Blue Eagles likewise completed a season sweep over the UP Fighting Maroons. A 5-set thriller here between the Katipunan rivals, with Ateneo taking the tight battle 15-25, 25-23, 27-25, 30-32, and 16-14. Leon de Guzman finished with a triple-double of 25 points, 14 excellent digs, and 17 excellent receptions for the Blue Eagles. Ateneo is now tied with UP with a 3-5 record. And finally, the Adamson Lady Falcons snapped their 4-game skid with a dominant straight sets win over the UE Lady Warriors, 25-20, 25-11, and 25-21. Coming off a historic 38-point performance last time out, super rookie Shaina Nitura once again led the way for the Lady Falcons with 18 points. But this time, she got plenty of help from Mayang Nike, who chipped in 11 markers. Adamson now also has a 3-5 slate. UE remains winless this season after 8 games.
Happy Monday, folks. We've got an all-NBA lineup for you in tonight's highlight reel. Let's start with the Blazers against the Celtics. Scoot Henderson misses, but they forgot about that man, Shaedon Sharpe, one of the young high flyers in the league. Third-year player, 21 years of age, former first-round pick back in 2022, 7th overall. Shaedon Sharpe picks the ball up there, sky high for the putback. This guy should join the slam dunk contest. Sharpe had a team-high 23 points along with 6 boards, 4 assists. But unfortunately, the Blazers fall to the C's here at home, 129-116. Now let's go to Denver and H-Town. 2-man game. Jamal Murray attacking, finds who? DJ turning back the clock here. DeAndre Jordan looking like Lob City Clippers back in the day. Take a look at this. Jamal Murray drawing 3 defenders in Fred VanVleet, Alperen Sengun, and Jabari Smith Jr. And late on the recovery was Tari Eason. Count the basket plus the foul. Jordan had 11 points, 15 boards in place of the still injured Nikola Jokic. Murray exploding here. 39 points for the Blue Arrow, 7 assists. Nuggets beat Rockets in H-Town 116-111. Finally, Hawks Sixers, what a game. Stolen away by the great barrier thief here. Off to Trae Young and the lob to Mohamed Gay in transition. Look at Gay skying high there for the finish. Defense to offense. By the way, that was Dyson Daniels' 200th steal of the season, and it led to a great transition play for ATL. Daniels, by the way, of course, an Australian. That's why he's called the Great Barrier Thief. He had, at 22 years old, is the youngest, by the way, to ever have at least 200 steals since they were first recorded back in the 1973 to 1974 season. By the way, the one who finished the play there, Mohamed Gay, had 6 points, while Trae Young had 28 points, 12 assists. Hawks fly past the Sixers at home in ATL 132-119. Check.
Thank you for the highlights, Andre. And before we go, we've got to talk about Alex Ayala, who just pulled off the biggest upset yet at the Miami Open. The Filipina tennis ace took down world number 5 and defending Australian Open champion Madison Keys in the round of 32, 6-4, 6-2. This comes just a couple of days after Ayala stunned world number 25 Yelena Ostapenko. The 19-year-old wildcard is the first Filipina to defeat a top 10 opponent since the Women's Tennis Association rankings began in 1975. She's also the first Filipino player in the Open era to defeat a former Grand Slam champ. Ayala, currently the world number 140, will go for another stunner when she takes on world number 11 Paula Badosa of Spain tomorrow morning.
You just took out the world number 5 for the biggest win of your career. We saw the reaction. What is going through your mind right now?
I'm so blank. I'm thinking of my parents who are watching now. Mom, Dad, nakuha ko! Oh my God!
That's just so genuine, so sincere. I know Mike wasn't there, her father. I'm actually chatting with Mike right now, giving the number of her agent, who's with Alex in Miami. Happy for you, Alex. Proud of you. Keep going, kid. And hopefully we can have Alex on the show.
Hopefully.
I've been chatting with Alex, but we have to make her focus. Siyempre, gusto natin mag-advance pa. Di ba, magtuloy-tuloy si Alex. And I'm sure her family, Mike, Riza, and her brother Miko, so happy and proud of her, like everybody else here in the Philippines. That's all from us tonight. Catch us again tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. for a play-by-play of the day's top sports stories.
Play-by-play is on One News, that's Signal TV Channel 8 on SD and Channel 250 on HD. We are also available on Signal Play and Pilipinas Live.
I'm Andre Felix.
And I'm Cheska Litton Calao. Thank you for watching. Happy Monday, everyone. Good night.